Bitcoin is going to attempt to break all-time highs very soon. We have the Federal Reserve probably between a rock and a hard place, but we may start getting rate cuts soon, and all the stars are aligning for a Q3 going into Q4 rally for Bitcoin. The 4-year cycle may play out. Stay tuned. What's up, cool kids? FD White back with another episode. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. So happy Thursday. Bitcoin is pumping. Altcoins are pumping. We talked about this a few days ago over on the channel. We said watch for Bitcoin to potentially start to break out. And how did I know that? So let's go into a few things. We're gonna make this video pretty short. We're not gonna make it too long. About to go in the gym workout. You know how I do. So I said Jerome Powell is probably going to start cutting interest rates soon. So soon means within the next few months. July is coming. July is another opportunity for the Federal Reserve to start cutting interest rates. We got some job data yesterday. We were supposed to get plus 90. We got a negative 33. We got a negative 33. So this is why the market started to really rally when we got this job data, because it's like, okay, Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve, everybody's been saying the job market is strong. The job market is strong. We can hold rates where they are. But if the job market isn't strong as they say, if these numbers start to decline very fast, like this, we were supposed to get plus 90, we got negative 33,000. 90,000, we got negative 33,000. Now it seems like, okay, maybe cracks in the job market are starting to appear. Maybe cracks in the job market are starting to happen. So with the stable jobs or the full employment, with employment coming down, with this data coming down so tremendously, with the miss being so big, now it's like, okay, maybe we need to start lowering interest rates so these companies, so, you know, people can start to, well, really, it depends on the companies, because if the companies can get to more money or have access to more capital through borrowing and things like that, they can hire more employees. They don't have to lay off employees, things like that. They have more leeway in order to run their businesses. So with rates being so high, businesses are struggling. A lot of people are struggling on the personal side. So this is why markets start. I say all that to say this. This is why the markets really started to rally, because it's like, okay, we did predict 1 to 2 rate cuts per this year, the rest of 2025. Now with this job data coming in, it's looking like we may get those. We probably get the higher end, the 2, and they may come faster. So with rate cuts coming possibly faster than we thought, this is why the market is starting to go harder. Forward looking, markets are forward looking. So I believe, in my heart of hearts, I thought it would have already happened. I believe QE is coming. I believe rate cuts are coming. Also, we talked about on the tail end of my last video, Jerome Powell's term is up May of 2026. Trump is going to come in and he's going to appoint somebody so dovish who listens to everything he says, who does whatever he wants. And they are going to print, baby, print. Not drill, baby, drill. It's going to be print, baby, print. And what is that going to do for me and you? What is that going to do for Bitcoin? What is that going to do to crypto? What is that going to do for assets? I think asset inflation is about to blow up. So the markets are forward looking. So now, once we really start getting these rate cuts, I think the market is going to start to blast off very hard, especially going into the end of Q3, going into Q4. We talked about how September is usually a bearish month for the markets, a bearish month, one of the most bearish months for crypto. So we still have that to play out, or we still have that may play out. The cycle has been different, like we've been talking about. So we will continue to monitor that. But right now, the markets do look good. Altcoins are very, very low in relation to where we think they should be at this point of the cycle. So we still have opportunity. Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin, we say we use this as our savings account. We use this as our, well, I use this as my savings account. I use this as, you know, my safe haven. Altcoins, I'm trying to go hard. I'm trying to get money with these altcoins. Of course, put back into Bitcoin, but I'm trying to live. I'm trying to live nice and cool and lavishly. So what I'm trying to do now is position myself with some of these top tier altcoins, some of the ones that are less risky. We talked about this on the video before, so I'm not going to get too in depth. But if you didn't watch that video, I talked about getting into some altcoins around last weekend, start to nibble on some of the ones that were less risky. Like, okay, maybe we can get a 2-3x out of these. So if you got $1,000, you got $2,000. Let's try to get this up to about $4,000. Let's try to get this to about $5,000. Now we can, by the time the market really ramps up and it's like full blown bull market is back on, early 2024 vibes, late 2024 vibes, when we got the election, those type of vibes, now we got some money to play with. The house's money. So right now you want to position yourself to start to play, well, to play with the house's money a little bit later down the line once the market really ramps up. So I said get into some of these coins. I need to get more in depth into so I'll make a dedicated video to about 5 coins that I think you should accumulate for the better risk to reward play, and then start to maneuver back down the risk curve to some of these plays that will change your life. Because a 2-3x, you know, if you're not working with a whole, well, if a 2-3x change your life, your life already changed. So once you can get that 2-3, possibly 4x, then when you're playing with the house's money, now we're trying to look for 10, 20, 30 x's, but with the house's money. So that's my strategy going into the end of Q3, going into Q4. All the stars look like they are aligning. Bitcoin is looking pretty good. We are sitting at, let me see where we're sitting at really quick. Bitcoin is currently sitting at, I think we were at 109. We did touch 110 overnight. Right now we are sitting at, 109,200. So we had a small little pullback. Altcoins are looking pretty good. Solana is one that still hasn't pumped yet. I think Solana can get to 180 very soon. We're sitting at about 153 right now. So a huge pump, a 2-day pump from 150, 155 to 180 is not out of the question for something like Solana. We're going to make a dedicated video. Ondo still under 80 cents. ADA still under 60 cents. AVAX still around 18 bucks. We have so much opportunity in the market right now. I'm looking at the prices. We have so much opportunity. If you want to trade this, it doesn't even have to be high leverage, and it could be spot. If you want to trade some of these altcoins, I think there's so much opportunity right now for us to get a nice rally in some of these altcoins, to take some profits, put it on the sidelines, take some profits, rinse and repeat. Because we had the same thing a few weeks ago when ETH went to like 2,800, almost 29. Well, we went to like 2,850 or something like that. We posted that trade down in the Telegram. Make sure you go down and get in the Telegram, the Cool Kids Alpha Club, free Telegram, where I share my thoughts, real-time thoughts, news, analysis, trade setups, the whole shebang. So we called that. We said this is what's going to happen. It happened to a T. We were good. One trade, one high conviction, high quality trade, we were good for like a week or two. So we don't have to trade every day. We got in there, traded that, went heavy because this was a higher conviction trade, and then we just sat on those profits for a couple weeks. And now we're looking for the same setup. We're looking for some of the same setups. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So now we're going to talk, well, we will talk about those altcoins a little bit later. We're going to get out of here. But like I said, the stars look like they are aligning. Unfortunately, and this is something that investors, if you've been in the market, if you know about the market, unfortunately, sometimes bad news for the economy, like jobs lost or jobs not coming in, or you know, the numbers that just came out at negative 33K jobs, is good for the market. I'm sorry that it has to be like that, but this is sometimes good for the markets, because it's signaling, okay, there's trouble brewing, possibly. We need to start lowering these interest rates. Lower interest rates, more liquidity into the system means higher inflation. Unfortunately, for the people who don't know what's going on, it means higher inflation for people. But what else is going to get inflated? It's going to mean assets are going to get inflated. It's going to mean Bitcoin is going to get inflated. It's going to mean crypto as a whole is going to be inflated. It's going to mean stocks, real estate, everything is going to be inflated, but we will be on the right side of that inflation, or the right side of that inflationary scenario. So tell your friends, tell your family, hopefully they listen. I've been preaching this for over 4 years now, 3 to 4 years. It kind of gets tiring when you're telling them. I said, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 18,000. Get Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 20,000. It's going up. Bitcoin. I was telling people to buy Bitcoin at 40, 50,000 last cycle. Went down. People on Facebook, I thought Bitcoin was going to 100K. I thought this, I thought that. I'm like, but be patient. Be patient. Zoom out. The average person can't zoom out. The average person doesn't have the capability to have delayed gratification. Bitcoin, if you don't even have to be analytical, just zoom out, look at a chart. You don't even ask ChatGPT to look at a full length chart of Bitcoin. It's up and to the right massively. What more do you need? And it's going to continue like that, because once you go down the rabbit hole, Bitcoin, and I talked about it on this video, Bitcoin shows you the way. Bitcoin tells you what to do. Bitcoin shows you that the fiat system is terrible. Politics is pretty terrible for the most part. Everything is designed to extract. We need to play the game, the rigged game. Yes, it's a rigged game, but we need to play it. It's the only game in town that the average person can come up. You don't need any special skills. You don't need any special to be super smart. You just need to lock in, do your homework, do your due diligence, have delayed gratification, and then the stars will align for you, not just for the crypto market, like we've been talking about, like the title of this video. So I just want to start preaching that again, because I think the time is coming when the assets are going to start inflating. We may get some drawdowns here and there. It's going to be a lot of volatility. We have a volatile a volatile president. We have a volatile just a volatile world in general. So the markets are going to do that, but I think those will be key opportunities, because soon I think everything is just going to be so out of whack. Inflation, AI is taking over a lot of things. Like, the window of opportunity used to be like this. Now it's doing that. It's doing that. The next 1 or 2 years, man, please lock in, please lock down, please tell your families, because the time, your window is closing. Your window is closing for life-changing, generational. It's not even generational wealth. It's generational knowledge, generational wealth, and of course, generational opportunity, and of course, generational wealth, because that just is a byproduct of the first two. So this is FD White. I'm rambling now. Let me get out of here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. I hope you stay to the end, because I feel like this was from the heart. I usually like to come from the heart. So appreciate everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, Telegram. If you want to trade, I'm trading over on Breakout Prop Firm. I have a discount code below. You can get like 2% off of a evaluation. I'm trading on BTCC. You can trade tokenized stocks, tokenized commodities, Forex over there too. And I'm trading over on Bitunix. All links will be in the description below. That helps out the channel if you use my link. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Charts today, later on, trade setups in the Telegram. See you in a minute.